Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, Microsoft Chairman and CEO Satya Nadella says, AI agents will eat SaaS for breakfast. What's more interesting? He is in the SaaS industry. He gets his paycheck from the same industry. Really? Did he really say that in the same words? Yes. Looks like he did. There must be something. He has seen something that we haven't. That's why he's saying that. What does he mean by SaaS? The same thing that you and I mean by SaaS. The ERPs, CRMs, SCMs, HCMs, ITSM, PPM, EPM, all the productivity tools that we use on a daily basis. Everything that we call enterprise software today is SaaS. When will it happen? It's happening right now. It's not futuristic. It's not a prediction. It's not a strategy. It's not a plan. It's happening right now. It's a reality. AI agents will eat SaaS for breakfast. What is on the menu? All the rotten parts of SaaS is on the menu. Only the rotten parts. So nothing to worry. Nobody loses anything. I'm talking about breakfast, right? Who is going to eat what? Am I talking about humans eating fish or the fish eating humans? It is the other way around. We are going to talk about the fish eating humans. Do you know Gara rufa? Any of you aware of Gara rufa? The doctor fish that nibbles away the dead skin cells from your feet, right, to clean up your feet. That is AI agents in SaaS world today. AI agents are here to clean up SaaS, to make the SaaS world healthier. Will it remain the same forever? No, certainly not. AI agents are going to assume a bigger role in the AI world and in the SaaS world. AI agents is just a 2025 thing. We started with GenAI a few years ago, then came to RAG. GenAI that just generated data based on the pre-trained data or generated content based on pre-trained data. Then we saw RAG, which retrieved context-sensitive real-time data. Now we are with agents, right? We have been talking about agents. 2026 will bring something else, right? So the industry is going to advance, AI is going to advance. With that, SaaS world is also going to have a bigger impact. So let's go back to the rotten parts. They have been rotting for too long, right? So first of all, I'm very sorry. I know you are offended, right? Sorry to use the term rotten parts. Let me tell you why I decided to call it rotten parts, and then I'll stop calling it so, okay? We'll have a different name, maybe dead skin cells. Yeah, we'll go with that. So I decided to call it rotten parts because we have not paid attention to these for a long time. It's something like that old tomato piece, rotten tomato piece which is stuck in your fridge. It is like that. From the day it was bought, not from the day tomato was bought, from the day your fridge was bought, right? SaaS systems have such tomato pieces, rotten tomato pieces. That is what these AI agents are after. That is what these AI agents are going to nibble away. Now, what are those problems? What are those rotten parts or dead skin cells? To make you comfortable, not to offend you, let me go milder. One, the biggest problem, the UI, UX is last generation. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, we started building these systems. Just like the fridge case, from the day the system started existing, it is the same UI, same UX, which is leading to excessive manual data entry. Then there is legacy code, which is leading to excessive technical debt. Then there are too many tools and systems for the same purpose, for the overlapping purposes. Then there is over customization. It is supposed to be 80% product and 20% customization. It is the other way around now. Over 30 years, that's what happens, right? Then there is data silos leading to excessive amount of time spent in human brain power spent in data analysis. Now, this is what we want to solve with AI agents. This is what AI agents are going after. Now, have you thought about this? AI agents versus agentic AI. What is AI agents? AI agents are components. What is agentic AI? Agentic AI is a concept, right? So with that, let's see how it makes an impact in the SaaS world, right? So with agentic AI, you can build brand new SaaS with agentic AI concepts, AI native SaaS products. When I say AI native SaaS products, everything that we build today is AI native SaaS product. I know I'm in the Bay Area, right? But what I'm talking about is AI native ERP, AI native CRM, AI native SCM products. So that is what is going to happen now. Now, what will that mean is, if you are technical, if you remember the microservices architecture revolution that happened, something similar to that is going to happen in the SaaS world. There is going to be one big monolithic SaaS. Now, that is going to be eaten away by these agents. So around the SaaS and on top of this SaaS, there is going to be a lot of agents, hundreds of agents, thousands of agents. And then the SaaS itself can be built, brand new SaaS could be built with agentic AI concepts, right? I'm sure there are at least 100 people already building this in the Bay Area at least. It's a startup idea. Now, it could be both. One is agentic SaaS, plus even then if there are shortcomings, there will be agents around that, on top of that, within that, right? That is going to be the future. Now, where did this all begin? Where did we begin this? Right? There is a beginning for everything. So it started with automating the manual data entry, the basic problem that we have been solving for like 3-4 decades, right? But so the usual complaint that salespeople are not selling, marketers are not marketing, HR managers are not managing human resources, finance managers are not managing finances. All they do is they come, sit, and do data entry all through the day. That is not something that they are supposed to do, right? They are supposed to do sales, marketing, financing, finance management, or HR management. Now, that is where we identified these use cases which will save time, which will save energy, which will give them the time back to focus on what they are supposed to focus on. Now, it is the same questions. This might remind you of what happened 30 years ago in the 90s, right? With the IT boom, the IT service companies, the consulting companies, we went to the banks, healthcare companies, retailers, manufacturers, and asked the same question. How much of your time that is being spent is on what you are actually supposed to spend your time on, right? They all cried. They said, hey, I have no time to do banking. I have no time to take care of my patients. All I do is manual record keeping, manual data collection, bookkeeping. We said, don't worry, we are your saviors. Give those papers to us. I will take care of that. You focus on banking, you focus on patient care, you focus on retailing. I will automate, I will computerize, I will digitalize. There is a difference, right? I will take care of all that. Then life's improved. There is 10x, 100x productivity suddenly, right? The same hospital which was able to take care of 10 patients is able to take care of 1,000 patients because they don't have to waste their time in manual data collection and data entry and documentation, right? Post-care documentation, pre-care documentation, all that. Now, there is a difference between what we did in the 90s 30 years ago and what we are doing today. Both are automation. The traditional automation automated what you are doing manually with pen and paper. Now, this automation, AI-enabled automation, so what we did, we took all the papers, we automated them. There were systems, right? Your storage, compute, everything was automated. But still your interaction with the systems was manual. You are typing things manually. Now what we are going after with AI-enabled automation is even to get rid of that manual effort. So except for waking up from your bed and going back to your bed, everything is going to be automated. That is what we are after now. Now comes digital revolution next. What happens here? There is this question of IT's value, right? IT being a cost center, support center versus a profit center which generates revenue. Now IT became, from support, it moved to strategy. Now CIOs who are considered just infrastructure managers became CEO allies. Every meeting CEO went, CEO wanted CIO to join. With all this power, with CIO's power, everybody in an organization became tech savvy, not just the IT folks. People in sales, marketing, finance, operations, everybody became tech savvy. With that, productivity went up 10x, 100x, 1000x, what I was telling you. Good story, right? Now comes agentic AI. Now comes Gen AI like an alien from nowhere 3 years ago. Sam Altman appears. Then RAG comes, agentic AI comes. Now, they pose a bigger question. If you are able to automate all the manual effort with these engineers, intelligent engineers, can we not automate their work with these intelligent machines and replace them? That is the question we are addressing today. Now, will the Gara rufa become a whale and eat SAS completely? Will it completely eat humans? I'm not going to rule out anything, but humans are not going to disappear. SAS is not going to disappear. SAS is going to be there. What will happen is mutual eating for mutual benefit. Whales will eat humans. Going in, humans will eat whales. So it is not going to be destruction, it is going to be co-evolution. That is what is going to happen. Now, there is no value for anything that doesn't have a dollar value. I understand that, right? So what is the value with this agentic AI revolution? Now, you might have heard about months becoming hours, months becoming minutes with agents. I have also heard those stories. But what I have personally seen is millions of dollars getting saved by going for agentic AI. Right? That is real. That I witnessed. What is the end state? I'm going to conclude here. What is the end state? How wild can you think? I have a few things in my mind, which is what I'm here to share today. One, it is going to get really conversational. Like with mobile phones coming in personal lives, we are almost getting rid of our laptops and desktops, right? Everything is on mobile. There is mobile app for everything. Now, that is going to happen in the enterprise world. So, I am not going to open a system as a sales guy on the field. I am not going to open a system and type my deal details. I will interact with just a button like Alexa or Siri. Hey, what is my quota? What is my achievement? What should I do to achieve the rest? A CFO in the middle of the night can wake up, CFO John or Mary, right, can wake up 2 o'clock in the night and ask, hey, how is my P&L? They don't have to go and open on the laptop or a desktop. It will appear in front of their eyes. That is what I see. I'm not there yet. There is worse. When that happens, the next is going to be really wild. What I think, even if I don't express, my system should be able to understand. I think that is going to happen. I know you don't want to believe it. But I believe it. I think it will happen because 40 years ago, Stephen Hawking had augmentative and alternative communication, AAC. If it was possible for Stephen Hawking 40 years ago in 1985, what I am dreaming is possible in 2025. So that is going to happen. You just think your systems will do, right? Unless you prefer otherwise, right? If you want to stick to older systems, yes, that is possible. So I imagine a world without computers, without keyboards. So what is the future? It is going to be smarter SaaS. It is going to be called agentic SaaS. It is ASaaS. Okay, that is the future. And have you seen this hole, rabbit hole? Alice in Wonderland? Yeah. We are on the edge of this hole. Let's jump in. There is a fantasy world waiting there. Thank you.